The morning was crisp, and the golden sunlight filtered through the cracked window of a small apartment in the heart of the city. Ayan rubbed his tired eyes and glanced at the alarm clock, 5:30 a.m. Another day of struggle awaited him. Life had never been kind to Ayan. At 26, he had seen more hardship than most people see in a lifetime. After losing his parents in an accident at the age of 14, he had been thrown into the harsh realities of life. He had no wealth, no support, and no one to guide him. Every meal he ate, every night he spent under a roof, was a battle he had fought alone. Ayan worked two jobs, one at a construction site from dawn till afternoon, and another at a local restaurant till midnight. His body was weary, but his mind carried a heavier burden. He often looked at the grand buildings of the city, wondering how some people had everything while others, like him, had to fight for the smallest joys in life. One evening, after a long shift at the restaurant, Ayan sat on a park bench, staring at the sky. His thoughts wandered to the countless times he had been promised help, only to realize that nothing in this world was free. Every favor came with expectations. Every kindness had an invisible price tag. A gentle voice interrupted his thoughts. "You look troubled." Ayan turned to see an elderly man with wise eyes sitting beside him. He wore simple clothes, but there was a grace in his posture, a calmness that made him seem out of place in the chaotic world around them. "I'm just tired," Ayan admitted, sighing. "Tired of running, tired of fighting, tired of this world where nothing is given without a cost." The old man smiled knowingly. "Ah, but do you know why nothing is free?" Ayan shook his head. "Because the world is cruel." The man chuckled. "Not quite. Because everything has value, my boy. Even the air we breathe, the love we receive, the time we spend, all of it holds value. And when something has value, it cannot be free." Ayan frowned. "So kindness, too, has a price?" The man nodded. "Not in money, but in effort, in gratitude, in the willingness to pass it forward. You see, when someone helps you, they give a part of themselves, be it their time, energy, or love. And the only way to truly honor that is to do the same for others." Ayan fell silent, his mind whirling with the man's words. Over the next few weeks, he saw the truth in them. The construction supervisor who let him leave an hour early did so because he saw the dedication in Ayan. The restaurant owner who sometimes gave him free meals did it because he knew Ayan worked hard. The kindness he received wasn't free, it was earned through his own actions. One cold night, as he walked home, he saw a shivering child sitting on the pavement, clutching his thin arms for warmth. Memories of his own childhood flashed through Ayan's mind. Without a second thought, he removed his jacket and placed it around the child's shoulders. The child looked up with wide, grateful eyes. "Thank you," he whispered. Ayan smiled, realizing the weight of the old man's words. Nothing in this world was free, not even kindness. But what mattered was not the cost, but the willingness to give and receive it with an open heart. Years later, when Ayan finally built a successful life for himself, he never forgot that lesson. Every time he extended a hand to someone in need, he understood true wealth was not in receiving, but in giving. Because while nothing is free, the joy of helping another is the greatest price one can pay for a meaningful life. Ayan's journey did not end there. As he grew older and wiser, he decided to start his own business. He had saved enough from his years of hard work, and he wanted to build something that could give back to society. He opened a small cafe, one that served the working class people, those who were like him once, struggling to make ends meet. But his cafe was different. It operated on a pay what you can basis. If someone could afford a meal, they paid. If they couldn't, they were welcome to eat for free, provided they helped in some way, cleaning tables, helping in the kitchen, or simply sharing a kind word with another person. People doubted him. You'll go bankrupt, they said. People will take advantage of your kindness. But Ayan believed otherwise. He had faith in humanity, in the cycle of giving and receiving. And to his surprise, people didn't take advantage. Those who ate for free often returned later when they could afford to pay. Some even contributed in ways Ayan never imagined, bringing in fresh ingredients, repairing broken furniture, or simply spreading the word about his cafe. One evening, as Ayan wiped down the counters, a young woman walked in hesitantly. She looked around nervously before approaching him. "Excuse me," she said. "I heard about your cafe. I don't have money, but I haven't eaten in 2 days. If you'd let me work for a meal, I'd be grateful." Ayan smiled warmly. "Of course. You don't have to do much. Just help me serve tea to the customers." The woman's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you." She worked alongside Ayan that evening, serving customers, clearing tables. As they talked, Ayan learned that her name was Sarah. She had come to the city looking for work but had been cheated out of her savings. With nowhere to go, she had been sleeping at the train station, surviving on water and whatever scraps she could find. Ayan offered her a job at the cafe. It wasn't much, but it was honest work, and it gave her a chance to rebuild her life. Over the next few months, Sarah proved to be a dedicated worker. She saved up, found a small apartment, and even enrolled in evening classes to complete her education. One day, a well-dressed man walked into the cafe. He ordered a cup of tea and sat quietly, observing. After finishing, he walked up to Ayan and said, "I've heard about what you do here. I'd like to help." The man was a successful businessman, and he offered to invest in Ayan's cafe, helping him expand his mission. Soon, Ayan opened a second cafe, then a third. What had started as a small act of kindness turned into a movement. Years later, as Ayan sat in his office, watching people come and go, he reflected on his journey. The old man's words from years ago still echoed in his mind. Nothing is free. But he had learned something even more valuable. While everything had a cost, sometimes that cost was worth paying. The price of hard work, the cost of kindness, the effort of lifting someone else up, it all came back in ways money could never measure. Ayan smiled, knowing that his life had meaning. And in the end, that was the greatest reward of all.